I just don't think the majority of people know how versatile this little can right here is. Today we've got some more amazing biscuit dough recipes for you. You guys have to stay tuned for this, I'm telling you. My house smells so good right now. This recipe is so easy. You're gonna be wondering why you don't already make this for your family once a week. I have some spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, marinara sauce, whatever you wanna call it. I made mine, but you can feel free just to buy it in a jar and pour it in a bowl. I've also made some meatballs ahead of time. This is gonna come together in minutes. I also have this can right here of biscuits. We are gonna use the whole can, and we are gonna cut this up into pieces. You can cut them into perfect 8 pieces if you would like to, or you can just be like me and you can just chop them up. That's how I do it. I just take my what do you call it, scraper tool, and just chop it up into 8 pieces. Rough chop in 8 pieces. Don't worry about them being perfect. And then toss them in with your pizza sauce. That's what it's called. There you go. Super easy, right? Okay, now you guys know I love tongs, so we're gonna use my tongs to mix this together. I am going to be using my cast iron skillet. You should feel free to use a 9x13, an 8x8 pan, whatever it is that you wanna use. It does not have to be a cast iron skillet. I just think it looks pretty in the cast iron. That's literally the reason that I'm using it. Okay, I do feel like this needs a bit of oil. If you're doing this in a regular glass dish, then you probably don't need to do that. We'll just make sure that this gets all around. Let's pour all of this into the skillet. You guys, I'm telling you, this recipe could not be easier. Like I said, I made some meatballs. All I did was use a half a pound of ground beef, and I used a half pound because I needed the other half for a different recipe that I'm gonna be making in a different video. I just realized that when I made them a smidge too large for our liking, so I'm dividing them in half. I already have some green onion right over here to the side, and I'm just gonna add a little bit just for the purpose of some extra color. Okay, I have a little bit of leftover Parmesan, and I'm gonna go ahead and just use this up. We need to use it anyway, and this is grated Parmesan, so we're just gonna take this all over the top. Now you want to top this with the cheese of your liking. So you choose whatever kind of cheese you love. Mozzarella would be delicious on this. This is our favorite Kerrygold cheese. You guys know we use it all the time. So just use whatever kind of cheese you love. I probably used right around a cup. This is one of those things where you would just judge based on the container that you're putting it in. So a 9x13 pan might take a little bit more than that to cover the top. My oven is currently preheating to 375 degrees. We are going to lightly cover this. My bubble up bake has been in the oven for about 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and take that foil off, and we will leave it uncovered now for about 15 minutes or so. We're gonna watch it. We don't want the cheese to get too brown, but we do want a nice golden color on the top. This looks really tasty. I cannot wait to try it. My kids are going to love this one. Let's see how this is for dinner tonight. Ooh, I gotta get that meatball that dropped off though. That is really tasty for taking absolutely no effort. My kids are gonna really enjoy this one. You could easily buy all pre-prepped ingredients. This is like the perfect Friday night dinner. Okay, in this recipe, we are going to be using a bundt pan. If you are making this for more people than just 4 like I am, I highly suggest that you actually use 2 cans of biscuit dough. I'm only gonna use 1. We just don't need all of that. I melted a half a stick of butter, and to that butter, we are going to add some minced garlic. And I'm not measuring this, but you want a decent amount of minced garlic in here because you're gonna roll biscuits around in there. So that's probably just over a teaspoon. Now I have some bowls that are pre-filled with some of my ingredients here. We've got black sesame seeds. We've got some taco seasoning, some everything but the bagel seasoning. I've got some chopped fresh parsley. This right here is Parmesan and paprika mixed together. And then we have some of our favorite Kerrygold cheese. And actually, you know what? Let me spray the bundt pan before I forget. So I'm gonna be cutting these in half. Then we're gonna kind of roll them around, make somewhat of a ball out of it. Dip it in the butter. Your hands are gonna get a little bit messy here, and that's okay. Dip it in the butter, and then you're gonna pick which seasoning you wanna roll this around in. Okay, so this one is obviously black sesame seeds, and then you just put that in the bundt pan. And if obviously your hands are gonna get dirty and you're gonna mix up your spices a little bit, and that's okay. My dog is barking, so I need to go check and see what's happening because we have an air conditioning guy coming today. So I'm assuming that's what it is. No air conditioning guy, just squirrel, lizard, whatever is out there. This is going in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until it gets nice and golden brown, but it's gonna be really pretty. Look how pretty this pull-apart bread is. I feel like it would be so beautiful to take to a gathering. You've got all these different colors. I feel like bacon, little pieces of bacon would be so good in this, or maybe cranberries, something that's gonna add that red element. But otherwise, look how pretty it is. You could absolutely make this sweet instead of savory with all different colors as well. Well, you guys, you're gonna see that the sound doesn't really match up here because I was talking and I never turned a microphone on. So we're gonna do a voiceover for this. We are going to make these absolutely beautiful pastry type of thing. So we're taking some canned biscuit dough, and I've got some melted butter here, and we are just going to only use 4 of these biscuits because that's all we need. We are going to coat all sides of the biscuit with butter, and then I'm just gonna lay them out here on this baking sheet. I am using this Mr. Sticks cinnamon sugar. It's a just add butter thing, and if you don't have something like this, that is completely fine. All you have to do is mix cinnamon and sugar together. I'm gonna sprinkle each one of these, and then we'll flip them over and sprinkle those as well. Now for this part, you need something that's going to make an indentation in the middle. And the best thing that I could come up with was my tablespoon measurer. So we're gonna press really firmly so that we can create that indentation. Now, I made some homemade strawberry. We went strawberry picking the other day and we had so many strawberries. So I went ahead and made some preserves. Absolutely, you do not have to make your own preserves for this recipe. You can just use store-bought raspberry jelly, jam, preserves, whatever it is that you prefer. So we're gonna take a nice heaping spoonful and put that right in the center of these little pastries that we're making. And it's gonna spill over a bit while it's cooking or while it's baking, but that's gonna make it even better. All right, so these are prepped and ready to go. They are gonna go into my 375-degree oven for about 15 to 18 minutes, and then they're gonna be ready to eat, and they're gonna be so delicious. How good do these look? And they came together in minutes. Minutes, guys. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to eat these. If this video right here wasn't inspiration enough for you to get in the kitchen and use that can of biscuits that's definitely in your refrigerator, it just rolled to the back of the drawer, you know, the one that you pull out and you kind of shove everything into, it's back there. Just grab it. But if this video didn't do it, if this video didn't give you enough inspiration, then definitely check out this video right here and you're gonna get even more canned biscuit dough recipes. I'm telling you guys, there are just so many things that you can make with canned biscuit dough. It's exciting to me when I find a can of biscuit dough because I'm like, ooh, what can we make next? I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that you're having a great week. Bye.